Hey, we have got a nice morning. So it's time to get back to work on the greenhouse. Showed you the other day what I got done down along the side. And I got a little bit to finish at this other end down here to my right. I've still got everything to do on the back side. It would help if you'd turn the camera around. And these boards I got at the golf course where they took that deck apart, I will show you what I'm getting ready to do with them and show you a little saw trick. When you have to rip a board like this, get your measurement that you need. This one I'm cutting this in half to use on the part of the greenhouse. Using a marker, hope you can see. This is something that it doesn't have to be exactly accurate. You take your saw, quit hitting the tripod, and set it up on that line. Use your finger as a guide on the outside of the saw. When I cut like that, I'm just setting my finger right at the edge of the board for wherever my mark is. That's where I set my finger to use for that guide. Old boards, watch for splinters. Make sure they're clear. Did that, but not from a board. I was putting one of these on one of the metal poles, and that screw grabbed in the center and made that thing turn like a propeller. It caught both fingers. No big deal. Well, as always, it's breezy up here on the hill. I'm getting ready to run my ridge pole down the center of the hoops. Wait for Kim to get up here and give me a hand. This pole's pretty long. It was actually 32 feet long. I had to cut it in half to move it. And so I'll splice it back together. So I'm going to start dropping these bolts in place and wait on Kim. Well, good Monday morning. It's several days now after the rain we had, and ground's getting dried up enough where I can get back in here and get to work on this ridge pole going down the center of the greenhouse. And the video before this, where I get a bit frustrated because I can't figure out what's going on. And then this man that built this, I thought was such a perfectionist that there was no way he could have anything out. But he told me everything was 2 foot on center, so that's what I based setting all my poles at. And when I got up there and started trying to move these things to where he had those holes drilled, I was fighting it, and I got, golly, probably got about 6 of them in. Kept getting down and looking at the distance between these, and they were going all different directions. And I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And Kim said, maybe he drilled the holes wrong. And I said, not as much as a perfectionist as that guy was. Well, she was right, I was wrong. He had some that were 24 on center, some were 24 3/4, one was 25 1/2, one was 26. So as I'm going down through here, I'm having to re-drill to make sure everything is 2 foot on center and that the ribs going side to side are even and not like they were. Because like I say, I was pulling and tugging and getting a pipe wrench and trying to get the pipe to turn a little bit so I could get a bolt through it. But the further I tried to push those ribs out or pull them back, the more it made the hole off center and the bolts wouldn't drop all the way through. So yeah, that just explains a little bit about that previous part of that video that I'm sped up. But it is dry enough to get back out here. I got a couple other little things to do before I start back on this. So I'm gonna get after that, and I can take you with me, show you a little bit of what I've been doing, waiting for this to dry. Yeah, this is what I've been up to the past few days, with cutting cedar. Got some bad areas, but there's some stuff that I need. It's only 2 to 4 feet long that I'll still get out of these. I've still got some more. None of them are huge, but I can still get boards out of them, and everything I cut off the outside over here I'll put on marketplace for raised beds. Yeah, a little bit of grading and start getting some measurements so I can build my end walls. Once they're up, then we can get plastic. And for right now, it might seem like you would go ahead and get your plastic on, but you'd just be creating a parachute for this thing. So we get our end walls done. Then after that, we go for the plastic over the hoops. So that does it for me for today. And appreciate you spending a little time with me. And just have a blessed afternoon and evening.